Hey, folks, it's Mark Arum. I hope you're enjoying the Mark Arum Show podcast. A reminder, you can hear this very radio show live Monday through Friday. We're live 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Welcome to the show. Mark Arum and pals with you till 8 in the p.m. Going to keep you entertained for your rainy ride home. Don't worry. We got you covered with weather and traffic reports throughout the broadcast. I do need one more contestant for Millennial Match Game. That's how we're going to start off the show right now. So if you want to play, please call 404-872-0750, 404-872-0750. Let's meet our in-studio millennial. She is the champ is here, the returning champ, Randy from the digital desk. How are you, darling?
Hear ye. I am feeling fantabulous for a Monday, Mark.
Well, I appreciate you joining us. We've had a number of millennials since you've last appeared, and some performed well, others not as much, but no one as entertaining.
Randy's the star.
Randy is the star of Millennial Match Game. No. You're the Ken Jennings of Millennial Match Game. Do you know who that is?
I know Jennings, sort of, right?
I don't know.
That's the guy that did the news, yeah?
That's Peter Jennings.
Oh, Peter. Who did you say?
Ken Jennings.
I don't know who that is.
He is the guy that,
boy does not know what that is.
That boy does not know what that is. He's the guy that won, 100 straight Jeopardies back in the day.
Oh, yeah, recently got it.
No, that's a different guy, but that's all right. That's all right. Anyway, we're going to do Millennial Match Game. The theme tonight, because you're the returning champ, we took a request from you. You wanted TV show theme songs.
Yes, I think I'm kind of good at that.
All right, so that's what we're going to do tonight because we love you so much. Philip in Locust Grove will be participating on the phone. Philip, how are you, my friend?
Doing well, Mark. How are you?
Excellent. You familiar with Millennial Match Game?
I am.
All right, you're going to be facing off against Chris and Marietta. Chris, how are you?
Great, Mark.
You familiar with Millennial Match Game?
Very familiar.
All right, again, the match game theme tonight is TV show theme songs. We're going to play a TV show theme song. You just have to guess whether or not Randy, the millennial, will know what TV show it's from. You yourselves don't have to know it. You just got to guess on the millennial's knowledge. Again, when in doubt, the millennial doesn't know.
Let's play Millennial Match Game.
All right, we're kicking things off with Philip because he called in first. Philip, first segment of Millennial Match Game. The theme song to this show. Will Randy the millennial know what TV show it is from?
When I see their happy faces smiling back at me, I know there's no greater feeling than the love of family.
All right, what do you think?
Gonna have to go with no.
No, he says no. When in doubt, the millennial doesn't know. Randy, what TV show is that from?
Okay, can you play it again?
Yeah, Longoria, pop me back up.
Okay, this is 90s. Well, even though it sounds like an 80s rock song, but it's 90s.
Okay.
See, I thought it was going to be step by step.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's step by step.
It sounded
day
familiar.
Day by day.
Yeah,
No.
it sounded familiar.
I don't think Full House?
Fuller House or Full House?
It's a Fuller House?
There is a Fuller House, but which one are you picking? Full House.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Seventh Heaven.
Oh, man.
Seventh Heaven. That was,
Dang.
didn't Chuck, you would know this, didn't the main actor in Seventh Heaven get in a lot of trouble about Natty's?
Yeah, he was.
All right, good job,
voice.
Dad, picking that one out of the gate. All right, here we go. Millennial Match Game continues. Chris, you need this to tie it up. Will Millennial Randy know a TV show theme song this is from?
Listen to the story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is black gold.
Black gold. Speaking of black gold, all right. Will Randy the Millennial know what TV show that is from?
Such a great TV show, but Randy, unfortunately, think no.
Yeah, that's an oldie. I'm with you on that. I do not think Randy the Millennial will know what TV show theme song that is from. Let's hear a little more of it there, Longoria. Got that banjo picking, Randy. Black gold.
Sound like in black and white.
It does sound like black and white, yes.
Yeah.
If sounds could have color, that would be black and white.
Like, no, the show is in
Yes,
black and white.
Indeed. All right, what do you think? So it's old, that you know that.
Is it a Western type of show?
Pacific.
Pacific. What's that one that's in black and white?
There was only 2 shows in black and white, so you get a 50-50 chance.
I don't know. Top Gun.
Top Gun.
The Top Gun.
No, that is the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, man. The banjo.
Yeah, you've heard of that, right?
I did. I
Yeah.
have.
All right. Here we go. Great start. Everyone's right. The millennial doesn't know. When in doubt. Here's the tough one. Philip, will millennial Randy know what TV show this theme song is from? Very sweeping, dramatic, open. All right. If she doesn't know from that, I don't think she's going to know. What do you think, Chris? Philip? Who's up? Philip's up.
Phillips up.
I'm going to put faith in her. I'm going to say she does know this.
You're going to say she does?
Yes,
D-O-E-S?
he does think I know it.
Yeah.
Okay, I heartily disagree. Randy, what TV show is
I'm
this?
kind of feeling confident here.
Okay.
Especially that drawn out. First of all, it was like soap opera music.
Yeah.
But like the Little House on the Prairie.
It is very similar to
what?
Little House on the Prairie. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, which I'm betting you've never even heard of.
Who is that?
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I think it was Jane Seymour.
Yeah, it was Jane
I
Seymour.
know Jane Seymour.
Yeah, she was really, really nice back in the day. All right, you went on a limb, Philip, and it cost you big time right there.
Sorry, Philip.
Of all the things that you would know, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Chris, hang tight. We'll be right back. You're up on Millennial Match Game. Let's check traffic with Doug Turnbull.
Thank you, buddy. 613, 95.5 WSB, and rain is attaching 285, the West Side Avenue. There's new trouble off to the right, 285 South Paces Ferry, exit 18, but headlights are raining heavily through there. Over an hour now needed because of that, 285 west and south from the Ashford, Dunwoody, exit 29 area around I-20, the West Freeway. Stays slow beyond it, 285 south all the way down toward the airport at I-85. The Interlude 285 west, also heavy coming out of the airport tunnel in the rain. And through DeKalb County, it's been splotchy rain on and off, 285 east and south. So slow most of the way from 400 around to exit 41 Memorial Drive.
We continue with round 2 of Millennial Match Game. Chris is up. TV show theme songs. The theme tonight. Will Randy the Millennial know what television show this theme song is from?
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.
All right, I'm singing along, so I obviously know it, Chris. I'm pretty sure you know it. Will Millennial Randy know what TV show that is from?
Randy, I want you to know it so bad. I do, but I don't think you will, unfortunately.
That was a great guess, by the way, the last time with Little House on the Prairie. Let's hear a little more of this Longoria.
Waylon.
That's just a little bit more than the law will allow.
A little bit more than the law will allow. That sums you up, Randy.
The law will allow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Think it out. Use your words. Talk it through.
Something with cars.
Something with cars.
The Daisy Dukes lady. Dukes of Hazzard.
Wow, good job. The Daisy Dukes lady. Yeah. No,
That's
listen.
because Randy wore those.
That was the best part of the show, by the way. Daisy Dukes was the best part of that show. All right, next up is Philip again.
Yep.
Philip, here we go. Millennial Match Game TV show theme song edition. Will Millennial Randy know what TV show this is from? This is an all-instrumental version. There you go. What do you think?
I'm going to say no.
I'm with you on that. That's another oldie. I don't think this was black and white, but this was an oldie. A little more Longoria. Oh, it ran out. Hold on. There we go.
I think I know this.
Okay.
Okay, like when it comes on the television.
By the way, let me stop you right now. If you do know this, I'm giving you a $100 bill out of my pocket.
Oh my God, the pressure. It sounds like the show where like the words came. Is this MASH?
Oh my.
Please say yes.
No. But you're right. The words did come out. This was Gunsmoke.
Oh
Gunsmoke.
man, that's the same. Sort of.
Similar. Different continents, different era, but very similar. All right, you get the point. That was Philip getting the point, right?
Yep, that was Philip.
Here we go, Chris. You need this one to tie it up. Millennial Match Game TV show theme song edition. Will Millennial Randy know this amazingly famous TV show theme song? Love this theme song. What do you think? Will she know it, Chris?
I think so.
I'm with you. She's smiling during this, though. Longoria, let's hear a little more, buddy.
Like, I know that song, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, but I cannot remember.
All right, what does this remind you of? What are you thinking of when you hear this?
I'm thinking of like James Bond type of
Ooh,
stuff, but I know
right.
that's not
It's
it.
not James Bond, but
It's like action, moving
Yes.
fast, like oh my God, I can't.
I just like hearing the
This
theme
is in the
song.
70s.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh man, I don't know my brain. 70s.
Nothing. Yeah, this would be a tough one. This is way before you're born. That was Hawaii 5-0.
Okay,
Have you heard? They did a remake, I think.
They did have a new one that comes on CSI thing or something.
Exactly right. All right, you get the point. Let's go back to Phil at Millennial Match Game TV show theme song edition. Here's an oldie but a goodie. Will Randy know what TV show this theme song is from? I'll give you a hint, Randy. This was the other black and white TV show made. There was two of them. This was one of them. What do you think? Will Randy know what TV show that is from?
Gotta keep going with my gut and say she doesn't.
She does not. Ooh, Randy, no faith. What do you think,
Oh
Randy?
my gosh, I cannot believe you do not have faith in me, good sir. Like, who doesn't know the Lucy Ball show? I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy is right. Wow, that surprised me.
Yes, my mom watched it every freaking night. So, yeah.
Do you guys ever see clips of when Lucy got older?
Yes.
Like she became like a truck driver, like a male truck driver. I'm Lucy Ball. Like I swear, her voice changed. Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it was. She went. I guess she smoked like 9 packs of cigarettes a day or something. Or I guess if she married a Cuban guy, cigars. But like in the 1970s, she'd be like, "This is Lucy Ball for the American Cancer Society."
R.I.P. Lucy.
All right, what's the score, Deb Green?
All right, all tied up at 2-2.
Wow, 2-2. Millennial Match Game with Millennial Randy in studio. Hang tight. We'll be right back. This is the Mark Arum Show. Final segment of Millennial Match Game. We are all tied up 2-2. It's a TV theme show version of Millennial Match Game. Millennial Randy in studio. Who's up, Deb Green?
It's Chris's turn.
Chris's turn. Chris, will Millennial Randy know what TV show this is from?
My eyes are getting weary. My back is getting tight.
We don't have much time. What do you think? Yay or nay?
No, it's more of a current show.
That was a no. Do you know that, Randy?
Yeah, Step by Step.
No, that's not Step by
We
Step.
didn't play the whole song.
That's King of Queens because I'm out of time. All right, final one. Who's up? Philip's up. Philip, well, for the win, will Millennial Randy know what TV show this theme song is from? What do you think, buddy?
I hope so, so I'm going to go with yes.
I hope so, too. Randy, what TV show is this from?
Seinfeld.
Wow, Seinfeld. Do we accept Seinfeld,
What is it?
guys?
Yes, I
Seinfeld.
guess.
Yeah.
I know.
Final score, Deb Green.
3-3.
3-3.
Yeah.
We're gonna give them both prize
they both
packs
get
then.
tickets, yes.
What did they win, Deb Green?
Tickets to go check out Toto's 40 Trips Around the Sun Tour, October 10th at Atlanta Symphony Hall.
Gentlemen, hang on the line. We're going to get you some info from you. Randy, amazing job as always. If you want to plug your social media, do it real quick.
Yeah, guys, you can follow me on Instagram at RandyO3Os.
3 O's, because you're so awesome.
Yeah.
News, weather, and traffic next. This is the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, this is Phil Necro, inducted in the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1997. You are listening to the Mark Arum Show. What other show would you listen to?
Thanks, Nuxie. Welcome back to the show. 6:40, 20 in front of 7 o'clock. Only 72 degrees on Peachtree Street, which makes it, Longoria, only a 4 on the Mark Arum Show back sweat meter. That's the lowest number it's ever been, Chick. Since we've instituted the Mark Arum Show back sweat. Yesterday, today
were amazing.
I'm so ready for fall.
I thought it was going to be a 2 today. I got in the car and I was like,
did
it's
too.
about a 2.5.
Well, I got to save some for the winter. I mean, it's going to be 10 degrees at some point.
Is there going to be a back sweat meter in the winter?
Yeah. I sweat year round,
didn't think there was gonna be one.
And sometimes if the sea warmer's up too high,
Sure,
my back sweats then too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
my back sweats regardless of the season. But I'm very excited. Speaking of weather, we got some rough storms out in Alabama way. Kirk Mellish will provide updates throughout the overnight hours, and we'll have exclusive 5-day forecast for Mellish tomorrow morning, starting at 4:30 a.m. on Atlanta's Morning News with Scott Slade. Great job by Randy, by the way. She crushes Millennial Match Game. This story drives me crazy. So it's a story. You guys ever been to STK in Midtown? The steakhouse.
I don't even know what that is.
No.
It's Deb's nodding your head, which
Yeah,
surprises me.
it's right down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right in the corner of Peachtree and like 13th or 12th on the left. I went there their opening night, and I haven't been back since. Not just because, I mean, it was fine, but it's more of like a place to be seen than to eat. And I'd rather eat and not be seen because I don't want anyone watching me eat. But it's a fine establishment. So this weekend, this guy has this $90,000, or I don't know how much the Range Rover costs, like this tricked out Range Rover that he goes to the restaurant. They have valet parking there. Gives the guy $20. Hey, give me a spot up front, which I've never done, by the way. Even when I've had nice cars, I never say, hey, I want a spot up front.
Well, I didn't know you could do that.
I guess it's a thing. I don't know. Why do you want to be up front? What kind of a jackwagon requests it up front?
Why does it matter if it's valet?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I want
I guess so. You just blew an extra $20.
I want to show off my Impala. Here's $20. Anyway, so that's the thing, apparently. So he gives to the valet. No story there. He goes in to eat dinner. The valet has to go hurry, poopies, Longoria, like you tell your daughters, hurry, poopies. And while he's gone, someone crowbars the lockbox that keeps the keys in it and steals this guy's Range Rover.
Nice.
Which happens. I'm a little dubious, though, that it just happened to be when the guy was taking a hurry, poopies break, whatever. But the guy whose Range Rover it is, not only did he lose his car, which will be covered by insurance, mind you, this banana had a $90,000 Rolex in his Range Rover. Like, how dumb do you? If I have a $5 bill in my car, I'm like, well, I'm going to take this out when I go into Golden Corral. I'm not leaving this in my. How can you leave a $90,000 piece of watchery in your car?
And why aren't you wearing it?
Sure.
He probably has 4 other ones.
All right, well, put it in your pocket. Like, if he had $90,000 in cash, would he just leave it in there? No.
Clearly.
Well, yeah, this idiot might. But like, how dumb? In 2019, especially if you're driving that car, that's going to be targeted by thieves. Like, oh, that guy's going to have some nice stuff in there if he's dumb enough to leave stuff in there.
What if he set it up?
Well, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Maybe there's not a $90,000.
Well, that's happened before. That was a story not too long ago.
Exactly right. So this whole thing sells fishy to me from soup to nuts.
Is he related to Jeter? Didn't Jeter do the same thing?
No, A-Rod.
Oh, A-Rod left a whole bunch of stuff.
$600,000 worth of stuff in his car. That was a little different because, but I mean, still dumb. Yeah. A-Rod's still a moron. But apparently, like, whatever network he works for, Fox Sports or whatever, they rented a van to drive the crew around in. And he left all his stuff in the van, which is still leaving your stuff. It wasn't his personal car.
Right.
But, $600,000 worth of stuff. Do you leave valuables in your car, Deb?
What valuables do I have?
Yeah,
I don't even leave my albums. I burn copies of albums in case someone would steal my music. That's how obsessed I am with somebody possibly breaking into my car.
No kidding.
Yep.
The owner of the valet company, Refined Parking Solutions, told WSB TV they thought the thieves were waiting and watching across the street. As of this morning, police have not located the stolen Range Rover or the $90,000 Rolex. I'm going to give you a little hint. That Rolex is never coming back. That puppy's gone. The Range Rover probably will be found, maybe short a couple of rims, a stereo system, whatever, if there even was a Rolex. This thing smells fishy from Jump Street.
Well, we've seen this play out before.
Exactly right. But the $90,000 Rolex, unless he's got personal insurance on that, I'm not sure how that works. I've never had anything worth $90,000.
Even not $90,000. Like, who carries their watch around and just leaves it in there?
Yeah.
Like, you wear it or you don't.
A spare watch, exactly.
Depending on what insurance you have on your car, if you have full coverage, it covers everything inside or comprehensive.
Really?
Yeah, it does. Depending on what level. So if he had full coverage, even if they dropped a pen or something, that would cover the cost of it.
Well, if I was the insurance adjuster, those are the people that do that?
Yes.
I would. This stinks to me. This stinks to me. The question I have is, should the police even try to find this Rolex? No. Or should they just, this is a dummy tax?
They're not going to try.
This is a dummy tax. Yeah. You leave something valuable in your car. You guys ever go to Fellini's?
Yes.
On Howell Mill? Yeah. They've got 96 signs in the parking lot. Like, do not leave anything semi-valuable in your car.
Yeah.
Nothing. Don't leave a ding-dong thing in your car. Your thoughts on this story? I think this is just a dummy tax. That he should lose his Rolex for being a moron. I know it sucks his car got stolen, but how do you leave? If it was a chunk of $90,000, like in cash, he wouldn't leave that in the car, would he? Maybe this guy. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. Hang tight. We'll be back. This is The Mark Arum Show.
Does Alex Williams know this food?
Does Alex Williams know this food?
Does Alex Williams know this food?
That boy don't know what that is.
Before we get back to your thoughts on the valet thievery in Midtown Atlanta, Alex Williams joins us from the WSB 24-hour traffic center. One of the greatest guys. Deb Green even agrees. Alex Williams is a great guy. Everyone loves Alex Williams. Your Achilles heel, little guy, though, is that you have zero food knowledge.
Zero.
Outside of the basics, you don't know anything. So here's the Does Alex Williams know this food segment? The food today, Alex Williams, radicchio. Radicchio.
Sounds Italian. Is it a type of pasta?
It is not a type of pasta. It's a green radicchio, lettuce. Lettuce.
Why don't they just say lettuce?
Mix it. Well, it's like iceberg and.
That boy does not know what that is.
That boy did not know what that is. Radicchio, iceberg. What are some other lettuces there, Deb Green? Romaine.
Yeah, that's
I
what
got them all. All right,
That's it.
All right, radicchio. There you go.
Good try.
At least I'm teaching you something.
I'm learning.
Have a good night, buddy. Rosie, the Riveter, joins us in Atlanta. Rosie, welcome to the show.
Hey there. Congrats. I love the show. It makes my commute every day. I look forward to getting in my car and hitting this traffic just so I can listen to you guys. You guys are hysterical.
that is so sweet. Thank you.
Love it, love it. But yeah, I really think it could have been two things, an inside job or these guys that were parked outside waiting for the moment. And as far as that Rolex, that guy's never going to see it again. And if he left a Rolex that's worth more than his car inside the car, come on, dude. You know, what kind of a doofus who does that? I don't even leave a candy wrapper in my car.
And even if, all right, so, but here's another thing that factors into this for me is he's giving his keys to someone, all right? You know, he doesn't even have control of his car. He's giving his keys to someone, which means, you know, maybe the valet's having a bad day and he forgets to lock his vehicle. And then he's got a Rolex sitting in there worth $90,000. If he parked it himself, maybe I'd be like, but still a $90,000 Rolex, and you gave your keys to someone.
But not in Atlanta. I have been broken into so many times. I leave my car. I live off of 285 in Atlanta Road, and it is like literally a weekly occurrence here. And I don't even lock my car anymore. And I have a sign, it's open. Because, you know, you just get I actually had Geico refuse replacing my stereo.
Because you left the door open?
No, because they would break in so much. So it's crazy. Anybody would leave something like that. And also, like I think somebody mentioned, it may not even have been anything in the car, and the guy's just saying it.
That's another factor, too. It just smells fishy. But here's the interesting thing. So this guy didn't have his window broken because the guy just popped the valet lockbox and took the keys and then just opened it and took off with it. Derek's up next to the Mark Arum Show. Real quick, Derek, what do you think?
Hey, love the show again. Just like the last caller, everything like the view. So on this Range Rover, all right, look, this guy was I hear he was a music producer, right?
I don't know that, to be honest. Is that Deb says yes?
Yeah, I learned that from WSB in the morning. This guy was a music producer. He's obviously got, you know, oodles of cash to, you know, at his expense. So, and the fact that he parks his Range Rover in the front of the restaurant lets me know that he has a kind of level of, you know, of fantasy going down.
Little narcissistic. Yeah, so according to Channel 2, he's a hip-hop music executive from Florida who did not want to be identified. We'll identify Longoria next on The Mark Arum Show.
The Mark Arum Show is performed before a live studio audience.
No, I want this town to be near you. I stand alone. I stand alone.
Welcome back to the show. To good Monday Eve to you. Mark Arum here, you there at 7:07, 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. Whew. I just had Chinese food during the break, so I'm a little...
Oh, is that what that was?
No radicchio, but Chinese food.
So. Look like fideo.
What's fideo?
The worst food ever.
Really?
I like it.
It's not radicchio. We do know that. Anyway, the whole gang's here. Deb Green produces the show. Longoria and his cascajones on the other side of the takeout window. Low T screens your calls. Still to come, Johnny Kielbasa will join us with a fast food review. I want to continue to take calls on this valet theft in Midtown Atlanta in front of STK, the steakhouse there. Apparently this hip-hop mogul from Florida who wants to remain anonymous valet parked his Range Rover, and in the car he left a $90,000 Rolex watch The valet went to go to the bathroom. Someone crowbarred open the lockbox where they keep the keys, knew which key was the Range Rover, took that. Guy's out a Range Rover and a $90,000 watch. I think that's just ludicrous to leave a watch that big, that expensive in your car. Anything of value in your car, especially in Midtown Atlanta. I mean, so much, weird stuff happens in Midtown Atlanta. I wouldn't do it in Smyrna. I wouldn't leave a $90,000 watch in Torrington, Connecticut, or Whitefish, Montana, or Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, I would.
Or Corpus Christi, Texas, which Longoria is allegedly from. I wouldn't do any of that. But something smells fishy about this. The fact that the thieves knew when the guy was going to go to the bathroom. They knew exactly what car to take. We'll see what transpires with that. Your thoughts at 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. I also want to talk about Andrew Luck's retirement. That was the big news bomb that came up Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening.
Crazy.
One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL retires, I think, Chuck, at the age of 28 or 29. 29, walking away. I don't blame him. Listen, football is a brutal sport. He's been injured, and he just didn't have the emotional. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to go through the rehab again, and he walked away. The fans booed him, and he got some grief on Twitter. But I see, especially in football, where you could literally lose your brain if you keep playing too long. And the Colts are actually nice enough to give him the rest of his contract. They didn't ask for the signing money back, which I thought was really cool of them. Your thoughts on that? But I want to know from the retired folk out there, has anyone retired anywhere close to that age? When did you retire? Well, at what age did you retire? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Phil joins us in Athens. Phil, welcome to the show.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Excellent. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, so I just wanted to kind of clear up some of the insurance jargon.
Perfect.
A lot of facets to this that nobody talked about. Okay, so first thing that's going to happen, if you lose something in your car when it's stolen, or somebody breaks into your car, takes your laptop, something like that, that's actually going to be under your homeowner's policy.
That's what I thought.
Yep. So, but your homeowner's policy, it's only going to cover jewelry, valuables like a great painting from your old Aunt May or something like that, up to a certain amount, usually around $1,000, even cash. So anything really valuable like that, they got to have something called a personal articles floater. So that's an additional policy you purchase on that.
Would someone that has a $90,000 Rolex go the extra mile and get that policy? Because I think I would for sure.
Oh, well, yeah, but here's another thing. A lot of what these hip-hop guys do, or really entertainers in general, they won't necessarily own this watch or this piece of jewelry or this car. They'll lease it to make a video or do something like that. So, in fact, it's owned by somebody else. So now you've got all kinds of different things going on with the insurance. So what had probably happened is it's his business. Their business policy is probably going to pay out on it. And then they're going to probably look into some shared liability with the restaurant. And Georgia's a shared liability state, meaning they might say, you know what, you were 90% at fault by leaving this thing in the car.
Sure. I mean, that's an idiot tax for me. Will the shared liability go to the restaurant or the valet company, which is a separate entity?
Probably the valet company, because obviously they had care, custody, and control of the car. So, and it seems like due to their negligence, nobody was there watching it. It opened the opportunity for this to happen. Now, if any subsequent investigations uncovers any wrongdoing, this is called insurance fraud.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they will go to prison for like 15 years.
Interesting. Phil, would you ever tip the valet $20 to get the front spot up top?
Man, I will park 6 blocks away not to give anybody any money.
Phil, related to Clark Howard, fans, I remember years ago Clark and I were going to an event somewhere, and there was no free spots. Like, we drove around for 20 minutes. This is downtown Atlanta. He was looking for free spots. And finally, he went into a paid lot, which was still like half a mile from where we had to go. But it was like a $5 lot. And I remember taking pictures of him, like, putting
money in.
It was one of those things where you pick the $5 bill and then you take the metal thing and you push it in. I got to find those pictures. He was so embarrassed. He's like, I can't believe it. This is happening in front of you, Mark. I've never. I'm like, Clark, I would have paid for the valet at the hotel. Like, come on, man. I'm chubby. I don't want to walk 2 miles to this place. Denise is in Canton. Denise, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, Mark, first-time caller.
Welcome aboard, Denise.
I have a couple comments. First of all, I lived in Boca Raton for many years. I actually had 2 Rolexes, and your previous caller is correct. You have to get a separate rider. Sometimes it requires 2 appraisals by certified appraisers, which not everybody is. And I was dating a jeweler for many years who used to carry the jewelry in the car.
Oh, gosh.
But he had, because he'd be going to different shows.
Sure, yeah.
And so forth. That's a different story. But I never knew a Rolex could cost $90,000.
Yeah, there's all sorts of fancy schmancy kind of diamond-studded thing. Let me ask you a quick question, Deez. Did you live in Del Boca Vista Phase 1 or Phase 2?
No, neither.
Neither, okay. All right, excellent. My family, I have some family that lives in Boca Raton, Florida. Very lovely community.
Yeah, it is. I lived on the Intercoastal. But anyway, I find it really incredulous that someone would leave that watch there. There's something else to that story.
Agreed. I mean, and I'm not super paranoid, but if I have anything of value, so like I'll occasionally will buy a baseball card on eBay that costs like $30, and I get it shipped here to the station. If I go home and stop to get gas or stop at Chick-fil-A or something, I'll take the $30 baseball card in with me, and I won't leave it in. I can't even imagine. When I told this story a couple months ago. So I had a necklace that my grandmother passed on, and she gave me, whatever. Long story. I had it in my possession here in Atlanta, and my mom wanted it back. And it's nothing fancy. It's just an old gold necklace. Literally, it's just sentimental value. And when I drove back to Connecticut for Christmas with Bosco, anywhere I stopped, I think maybe $500. I didn't leave it in the car. I took that with me wherever I went because it's a value. I can't even imagine, Longoria, why you would leave a $90,000 Rolex in the car. Shame on you, Longoria. Christian's in Lawrenceville. Christian, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, Mark, thank you for taking my call, man.
What's up, brother?
I want to comment about the valet situation. I used to be a valet parker in 2004, and when it comes to the paying to be up front, it is true. But the approach that I would take, I didn't care what type of car you were driving. If you would give me the money, you could drive it pieces of crap, and I would put it up front. And, that's how the business
Well, normally valets will park the nicer cars up front just to make the restaurant look better, right? I mean, that's the protocol.
That is the protocol.
Yeah.
However, there's some people who assume just because of their status or because they're famous, they want their vehicles to park up front. For example, Shannon Sharp, ex-football player, who used to come to the Fix Plaza every time with his family or something like that. And, the first couple of times, we'll try you to see, what type of, customer you are. We'll put you up front, whatever, but when you don't tip or anything like that, I'm taking that car down to the bottom.
Exactly
so
right.
When you get upset, I said, listen, I don't care, what type of car you're driving. I'm here to make money.
Yeah.
And that's the only way I'm going to make money.
My buddy used to be a valet parker in Buckhead, and he said he got the biggest tips on, like, medium-level cars, like a Toyota Camry, which is a nice car, you know what I'm saying, but not like the super high-end. He said the super high-end folks never tipped well. It was the folks that have, like, pickup trucks or Toyotas or Nissans. They were the ones that tipped the most.
Yeah, you don't have the super high-end, but, they know what we do for a living.
Yeah.
When I used to work, they would take care of you.
Well, I think part of that, too, is, like, let's say if Longoria pulls up in his Maserati. Which he has because he makes $1.5 million a year.
I wish.
Longoria, I bet in Longoria's head's like, well, I don't need to tip the valet that much because he's getting the honor of driving a Maserati.
Yeah, that's right.
But here's another thing that I thought of, and I mentioned this a couple months ago. I really think the valet parking industry is suffering because of Uber and Lyft. So Maya and I went out to dinner Saturday night. Lazy Betty, by the way, in East Atlanta. Amazing. Like, this can't be like, oh, every Wednesday we're going to go. It's one of those 7-course meals kind of place where you don't even pick. The chef sends out whatever, and then there's wine pairings with it. So it's a hefty bill. It's like an anniversary dinner or something. But so we took Uber there, and the poor valet guy is sitting in the lot, like literally with nothing to do because everyone Ubers now. So maybe the valet is like, well, I made $6 today. Let me get
that $90,000 watch.
Let me get that. I mean, I'm not pointing fingers at the valet, but I can imagine valet parkers are not making what they were making 20 years ago. I felt bad for the guy. I didn't tip him. I felt like I should have tipped him.
Oh, wow.
Like a $2. Hey, if I drove, I would have tipped you.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
But that's a struggle now, and that's a tough job, especially in a busy place like the valets. I'm trying to think of some of the busier places where you have to run. They have to run like a quarter mile
that's crazy.
To the parking lot and then run back.
Yeah.
That's a tough job. Chuck's in Tequila. Chuck, you are on the Mark Arum Show.
Thank you, Mark. I'll tell you, about 20 years ago, I went to Buckhead, and I hadn't been not too many times since the good old days down when it used to be good.
Jelly rolls.
but but I went down there and I pulled, and there was nothing but valet parking.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to park. And so I told the guy, and I had a gun. I said, I've got a gun under the seat. I said, you and I are the only ones that knows that it's there. So here's $20. Take care of my car. Keep my car locked.
And my gun.
And that's all I said. And when I came back, the gun was fine. And no problem, because he knew. I was telling him, we're the only ones.
We're the only two that know. Chuck, what do you do when you have your gun in your car and you have to valet somewhere? Like if Chuck's not listening. Like,
yeah.
No, not you, Chuck. I'm sorry. Low T.
I thought you were talking.
No, Low T. So Low T, like when you got to go to a fancy event for Erickson and you keep your gun in the car, and
He says I keep it in the car.
I thought you did. You keep it on your. You have one of those lady hip holsters. What do you? what do you do?
It's usually on me. If I absolutely have to leave it, I have a cabled lockbox, strong box that's hooked to the frame of the truck underneath my seat.
What's in the strong box? You varmint. Good fellas, right there. I'm sorry.
I put it there.
But do you alert the valet? Like, no, right? Yeah.
Typically not.
Okay.
They'd have to go nosing around.
Interesting.
So.
Well, I will tell you this, Mark, if you don't mind. I'll touch on the other subject. You said anyone that's retired. At what age did you retire? Well, I'm still working. I'm in my 60s, and I'm still working. And I actually enjoy it, especially when I make some kind of money once in a while.
Sure. It's been my dream to retire early. So my dad retired at like 65 or 64 or whatever, was retired for 2 weeks and was like, forget it. Retirement's not for him. And he's still working. I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to retire.
No. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work that way. I tell people, I said, I'll be working till the day they put me in the ground. If I'm lucky, I can catch some work that morning.
Well, that's who lives the longest. They say if you have a job to get up and do, you're likely going to live and do it. I'm going to roll the dice and retire early and see how that works out. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB. Talk the Range Rover, Rolex thievery in Midtown, and Andrew Luck retiring. 404-872-0750. This is the Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Don't forget, you can still register for free gas online at WSBradio.com or the WSB radio app. Did we give away the gas in the Erickson show?
Nope.
Oh, so we got a double bonus tomorrow morning with Scott Slade.
It's 700.
Yeah, register at WSBradio.com, then listen at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 4 p.m., and 5 p.m. Basically, anytime outside the Mark Arum Show, you can win free gas here on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Larry's in Rockmart. Larry, welcome to the show. How are you, brother?
Doing good, Mark. How you doing, my friend?
Excellent. What's cooking?
Listen, on that Range Rover, one of two things is going to happen to that car. Number one, it's either already been stripped down, and they might find a frame or a body. That's about it. Or it's on its way to either Dubai, South America, or Mexico.
Yeah, that was my first thought. And again, my only knowledge of this comes from watching The Sopranos, where they would steal high-end luxury vehicles and then ship them off to Russia.
Correct. A lot of the drug cartels buy stolen cars mainly because they pay cash.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just easier for them just to have a car stolen from the States and shipped to them, and they just pay cash for it.
And the Rolex was just a bonus then. It was like, and a $90,000 Rolex.
Well, the Rolex, whoever stole the car is probably a low-end,
thief.
Grand Theft Auto person.
Yeah.
And if he's smart, he doesn't take it to a pawn shop.
No, never.
Because Rolexes have serial
number. Yeah, so I was very lucky enough. My grandfather, when he passed, I inherited his old stainless steel Rolex, and it's got a serial number. And you look up the serial numbers from 1946. I mean, it's awesome. But I keep that in a safety deposit box. I don't even wear that thing. But yeah, there's serial numbers on there. So unless you file it down, don't try selling that at pawn shops. Speaking of pawn shops, Russ in Gainesville and Meg in Pennsylvania will join us next. And Johnny Kielbasa with a fast food review. Hang tight. The best is yet to come on the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, this is Rosie Perez, and you're listening to the Mark Arum Show.
It's so good to be born
from the red, the white, and the blue.
Welcome back to the show, 7:37, 23 in front of 8 o'clock. Mark Arum and the Bananas at your beck and call till 8 in the p.m. Some weather coming in Carrollton way and up northeast in Gainesville, northwest in Rome, and showers stretching all the way back to Gadsden, Alabama. So could be sporadically wet throughout the overnight hours. Kirk Mellish will have your full forecast coming up in just a moment. Talking about the the valet thievery in Midtown Atlanta, and Andrew Luck retiring at the age of 29. If you are retired, how old were you when you did it? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. I'm on sensory overload right here, Deb Green. I got three of my favorite people on the planet on hold right now. I got Russ, I got Megan, I got Johnny. So what I want to do is
Quite the trifecta.
Well, I'm gonna start slowly. We're bringing in Russ in Gainesville. Let's get Russ to stay in there.
I want to talk.
And then we're gonna bring in Megan from Pennsylvania.
This tiny village in western Pennsylvania. Blah 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 blah.
Two of my favorite people have never, I believe, met. Russ and Meg. How are you guys?
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Meg, how are you?
I'm here. For goodness sake.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous being on with Russ?
Oh, good grief. Well, it's good to hear you again.
Say hi to Longoria first, Meg. We'll start there.
Hello, Longoria.
Hi. How have you been, Meg? How was your weekend?
It was great.
Yeah.
So I got 4 sold-out shows, and I'm happy as a clam.
4 sold-out shows for what? Forgive my ignorance, but what kind of shows did you sell out?
Well, one was the blues, and the Hooters, and the other was, well, I can't say, but
understood. Wait, you're performing though? You're performing?
Excuse me?
You said you had 4 sold out shows. What were the shows? You performed?
No. Oh, good grief. No. I just dance in the aisle.
Oh, you went to a concert. You went to concerts.
Yes.
Oh, you're like Deb Green in that way. Excellent. So who do you don't want to say the others, but one was a blues show.
Well, it was John Mayall. He's a blues man.
John Mayer's uncle. Okay.
Good grief. Oh, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
I wish I could hear your show. It's just, I got to wait. Now, I can't DX until, it's dusk.
Until it's dark, yeah.
Well, until, it's dark.
Do you have Amazon Alexa, Meg?
No, I don't.
No.
Not yet.
Do you have a smartphone? Because Longoria is supposed to hook you up with this.
I haven't had chance to go up to Pennsylvania.
All right. I don't want to neglect Russ. Russ, do you often take your dates to concerts?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Go ahead, Russ.
I don't. I'm sitting here with Kristen. Remember Kristen?
Which one is Kristen, Russ?
Kristen's the one I went up to one day and I said, "Hey, who's that good-looking girl?" Remember, I went over and said, "Hey, baby, I'm Russ. What's your name?" She goes, "I'm Kristen. I lived with you, stupid."
Oh, that's right. That's right.
her dad's the lawyer. I was trying to ask her to marry me and then I get free legal.
That's right. I remember that. Meg, what do you think about Russ and his dating circle, Meg? Would that fly in Western Pennsylvania?
I'm not entirely sure. Russ sounds, pretty nice.
Russ is a very handsome man for sure.
I don't know about that. I'm not that good looking, but you don't really have to be good looking to get girls. That's the great thing about women. They're not superficial like us.
Yeah, that's true.
They want more, so.
Meg, how important are looks for you, Meg, in a guy?
You know what? I'll talk to you next week.
Hold on, Meg. Hold on. Listen, Russ is such a gentleman that when he books a hotel room for his lady, he gets 2 twin beds.
Brother.
He gets 2 beds, like the old Leave It to Beaver show.
Oh, gee whiz.
Come on. Flintstones. They were in separate beds.
Exactly. All right, Meg, we'll try to get you hooked up with being able to listen to the show in Pennsylvania, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Meg. Russ, hang on a second, Russ. We got to do a fast food review.
Yes, sir.
And now, on the Mark Arum Show, it's time for the Fast Food Review.
Joining us live on the Greasy Salty Hotline. Hang on, Russ. I'm talking here. Russ, I'm still talking. From parts unknown, height unknown, weight we do not want to know, Johnny Kielbasa and the ever so popular Fast Food Review. How you doing, Jonathan?
Now that the show has come to a screeching halt, Johnny Kielbasa will come to the rescue again because I'm wrapped in bacon. I'm here for the taking. I'm covered with cheese, and I aim to please Russ and freaking Gainesville.
Russ, hang on. I'm going to put you on hold, Russ. Let Johnny do the fast food review, and then we'll cross streams again. Johnny, what's on the menu tonight, brother?
It's a new day at KFC again, just when they think that they're out of ideas and when you think that you're out of ideas.
This is worthy of the breaking news sounder, by the way, Johnny.
Where is Hector?
KFC getting back into the mix. How so, Johnny Kielbasa?
Bringing out a new use for those bowls that they give you at KFC, Mark. They're going to put something new in there, and they're going to put a couple other things in there, and they're going to cover it with cheese and send you on down the road with mac and cheese bowls a couple different ways, Mark. Just when you thought you could just have, the mashed potatoes and gravy and corn bowls. No, let's switch it up. Put some mac and cheese in there. Put some popcorn chicken in there. Put some extra cheese on top of it, and you're good. And if you want to kick it up a little bit, how about pouring some Nashville hot sauce all over it, too? So there's technically two different versions of the mac and cheese bowls at KFC, Mark. I know you're excited about it.
I'm trepid. I have trepidation, I think is the word, Deb Green, because Johnny, when those KFC mashed potato bowls came out years ago, I was in hog heaven. This was back when there was a KFC on Howell Mill Road, which is now a Dunkin' Donuts, but I would get those things 3 times a week minimum because it was like homey. It tasted like something your mom would make. Mashed potatoes and chicken on top and gravy and corn. It almost felt like I was eating home-cooked food. I love those mashed potato bowls, and I love mac and cheese, but I think if I had the option between a mac and cheese bowl and a mashed potato bowl, I'd go with the mashed potato bowl. I think that's a better fit for me.
Well, I'm going to take a right on Howell Mill Road instead of a left on that one, Mark, because I like mac and cheese, and I like extra cheese, and I like popcorn chicken, too, and just throwing it into a bowl and letting me spoon it or just dump it into my mouth while I'm driving down 85 is glorious.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm not going to eat this thing because obviously I'm going to, but if you put 2 bowls in front of me, you ever do that with dogs? You put 2 different types of food in front of a dog and see which one they eat? Like if you did that to me, I would choose the bowl with mashed potatoes as opposed to the mac and cheese bowl. It feels better to me. It feels more right.
That's what they call A/B testing in a lot of
exactly.
areas.
And the good news about this, it's part of the $5 fill-up concept. You get a famous bowl, medium drink, and a chocolate chip cookie, all for $5.
Why? That's about the best $5 you're going to find on the market today. I'll put that $5 up against any other $5 deal.
Now, Russ in Gainesville usually has $5 in his pocket. Russ, what do you think about the KFC mac and cheese bowl? Is this something you and Christy might go up for date night, perhaps?
Absolutely. I love KFC.
Yeah.
That's my favorite chicken place. I always loved it.
And it was good timing on this, Johnny, too, because, obviously Popeyes is getting all the press right now. There's hour waits to get a chicken sandwich there. Chick-fil-A's firing back. KFC's like, hey, we're the original gangsters when it comes to fried chicken. So I think that they might even had to hurry the timeline up on these mac and cheese bowls to get some of the sparkle away from Popeyes.
I think it's a good idea because it's mac and cheese season with the Lorraine, the county fairs going on, the state fairs going on, and all that kind of stuff. People are eating a lot of cheesy, bowl-y kind of things, so this goes right with it. A great thing to head into fall as well.
You know what? I'm looking at the picture now on the internet. Would you eat that, Deb Green?
No.
You went to Culver's this weekend, though.
It's different.
It is different?
Yes.
That doesn't appeal to you at all?
No.
Longoria, what about you? Mac and cheese bowl at KFC. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks good.
It does look good, right, Chuck? Would you
Absolutely.
do that?
Yeah.
But again,
I love a good bowl.
I'm going to get 2 of them. I'll get the mashed potato one, and I'll get the mac and cheese one. By the way, Johnny, Sunday, I went to Burger King on Northside Drive and finally got the ultimate Whopper, the Whopper made with the non-meat meat.
Impossible.
The Impossible. What did I say?
Ultimate,
yeah. No, the Impossible
Whopper is a triple Whopper with triple cheese, triple bacon.
That's right. You're exactly right, Jay. I'm sorry. I had low expectations for this thing because you know what? It's not a burger. It's soy and whatever. But dag nabbit, they nailed that thing, man. It tasted just like a regular Whopper. Now, if you like Whoppers, that's good. If you think Whoppers suck, then it's bad. But I was really impressed with the ultimate. No.
Impossible.
The impossible
Do
Whopper.
they cook it on the same grill as the other burgers?
I hope they did to get a little of the juice in there and make it more. But I liked it. I would eat that again. I mean, I would prefer the regular Whopper. But if that's the only option, I think vegetarians got to be super happy about this because it legitimately tasted like a burger.
Yeah, the vegetarians who also like fast food, which are that's a rare combination, right?
Yeah, indeed.
Those are the people that they want to go for. And they might win people over. Who knows? You shouldn't eat meat every day, kids, right?
Exactly, allegedly. But they used to have a veggie patty burger at Burger King. And I dated a vegetarian, and that was the only fast food place we'd go to. She would get that vegetarian burger. And I took a bite of that thing. That thing was garbage. It was awful. This was enjoyable.
Was that before or after you dropped her off at Russ in Gainesville's house?
It was on my way to Russ in Gainesville. So, yeah, it was before I dropped her off. Yeah, we got a BK up there in Gainesville, Russ?
A what?
A Burger King?
Oh, yeah, I love Burger King.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What's your go-to order, Russ, at Burger King? What do you usually get?
I get the Whopper Junior most of the time. That's what I like.
That's why you
but
stay
I'll tell you
trained.
something I didn't like. I don't know if I want to say this because I love Burger King, but I tried one of their tacos the other day. It was kind of funny.
Longoria
Have you seen the tacos?
Yeah, the dollar tacos. Longoria refuses to. You know what? So, speaking of dollars, so we've obviously covered the Popeyes phenomenon, and someone posted a meme from McDonald's with the McChicken sandwich, and they're like, "Don't forget, we're still here for you when you guys are broke again, like the McChicken when you have no money." But that's for whatever that is on the value menu, Johnny, that you can't go wrong with a McChicken sandwich.
No. Not for $1. Not for $2.
That's hard-hitting analysis right there. The John Madden of fast food.
Buy 5 of them, throw the buns out the window, go get some mac and cheese, chop it up, and have your own mac and cheese bowl, Atlanta.
Triple stack them. By the way, the lines at Popeyes have not died down, guys. It's insane. I drove by one at 10:20 this morning. I was like, I'll beat the rush. Bam. Line. I mean, but that's a testament. I mean, a lot of it is viral, obviously, but that sandwich is that good. That
I think they're doing it on purpose. They're selling out on purpose.
Well, Popeye's never been known for great service. Do you
think they just make triple if they knew they're, a lot of people?
The main complaint is like they're open till 10, but they'll stop cooking chicken at 8:30. So if you go in at 9:30, like, no, we're out of chicken. It's like, how can you be out of chicken? So they've got a big hurdle to overcome when it comes to customer service. Like, they're certainly not in the same ballpark as Chick-fil-A, but that chicken sandwich is damn good. Damn good. I literally tried to get one at 10:20 this morning, and I was like, I'm not waiting in that line. I've already had one. Johnny K, we appreciate you as always, and
that's the best thing that's happened to Popeye since olive oil, baby. If the cholesterol is high, so am I. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and listen to the Sausage Hut Podcast on any pod app or JohnnyKielbasa.com.
Next week on the Sausage Hut Podcast, Russ in Gainesville joins Johnny, and they talk about roadside motels. It'll be awesome. All things Kielbasa at JohnnyKielbasa.com. Appreciate you, bruh.
Anytime, bro.
Russ, best of luck with Christy, right? Christy's her name? Kristen. I'm sorry. Apologies, Kristen. Keep us posted.
She's got a mouthful of pizza right now. So
I
she's
bet
right
she
next to me.
does. Hey, now, Little Caesars? I hope the Little Caesars lady didn't see that.
It is Little Caesars.
I knew
That's
it.
what I got. I brought her a Little Caesars pizza.
All right, Russ. We'll talk to you later. This is the Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hey, don't forget, Bulldog season is here, ladies and germs. So this Friday, pay attention, Chuck, from 6 to 7, Jay Black and I are going to do a little Bulldog show, and then Jay's going to take over the show. I'm giving you fair warning. 7 to 8, he'll be broadcasting live. Angry Jay Black and your Georgia Bulldogs. I'm the most pessimistic Bulldog fan in the world, as I became a Georgia Bulldog fan on the knee of Larry Munson, who's also a pessimist. But I feel really good about this year. I think everything's up for grabs. Much like Longoria's Fantasy Football League, since he drafted all those Texans and Lamar Miller got hurt. I'm coming after you now, buddy.
I didn't draft him.
Oh, you
Leslie did.
Oh, your wife did.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing. So yours was the first football draft that I did this year, and it's all these Texans fans. So you can't prep for this draft because all the Texans go in the first round. Even if they deserve to be in the fifth round, they go in the first. Like the Texans defense got picked up in like the first round.
Yep.
It's crazy. But good luck to you. Let's do start of the show.
And now, are you guys ready for the Mark Arum Star of the Show?
I'm giving 2 stars of the show tonight to 2 ladies. Hey, ladies. Randy from the Digital Desk crushed it Millennium Match Game. She's awesome. And Megan Pennsylvania tell us about her shoe shows that she went to this weekend. So good job. 2 ladies getting stars of the show on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum, Facebook Mark Arum WSB. In the meantime, go to sleep, little baby.
Go to sleep, you little baby.
Guests of the Mark Arum Show stay at the All Suite Omni Hotel, located in the heart of Chicago's Magnificent Mile.